Hello, everybody. It's Kenzie, and it's nice to meet you all. So, I'm being introduced to another artist. Oh, and I love vocals. So, I think this is going to be a vocalist because someone recommended it on a vocally song. Um, Sorry, I can't remember who it was from the top of my head. But yes, so I was like, I need to listen to this because I need more vocals in my life. I love rap as much as it is, but I love to mix it up at the same time. So we're gonna go ahead and give this a go. And it's a female, so I'm really excited.
Right now,
And for those of you that don't know it, this is in case it is on the screen, but this is Eden Nash 305.
right now it's 3:05. I'm laying in bed, I've been up all night. I'm so sick of my own mind, so I pick up my phone and I don't know why. I'm scrolling, but it hurts me to see you happier than I am.
Why is it always in the middle of the night? Why do we always have these thoughts in the middle of the night? Like, it's so beyond frustrating. Like, during the daytime, everything's cool. You can keep yourself busy and blah, blah. And then as soon as, like, it's after midnight, all the depression really starts to sink in.
Right now it's 3:05 and I'm looking Right now it's 3:05 and I'm looking at pictures of your new girlfriend. She's sweet and I wish that I could warn her about how you stole my world when you told me I'm perfect, then left me 6 feet underground.
Man, it just reminds me, I dated this guy for such a short time. It was like less than a month, but he really made me feel some type of way during that time. Um, and like he introduced me to his family like within like the first 2 weeks. It was so strange to me. And then I introduced him to mine, which was stupid because I don't ever do that, like ever. I dated a guy for like almost like kind of dated a guy for almost a year. Well, for over a year, and he never met my family. So I don't know what I was thinking. It didn't last long, obviously. He was drunk, and it was just I was too immature, and it was just a lot. And that was only like 2 years ago. But the point of the story is, though, literally like a month later, he was married. Married. Please explain to me how you was not cheating. Like, I'm like, that's a cheat. He was obviously cheating. He was either cheating on her with me or me with her. I don't know, but like, there's no logical reason to meet someone and get married within a month. Like, literally. And then, so when I asked about it, there was a lot that went on. But the girl was like, yeah, I was his secret best friend. He wasn't cheating. A secret best friend. Because during the time I was with him, I only knew of one best friend. I didn't know of any other female friends. So a secret best friend. There's no reason to have a friend that is a secret, especially of the opposite sex. Unless you're gay. It's the only time it makes sense. And even then, you should not have a secret friend. A secret friend is you're just cheating. Like what is that? What is that? I don't know. Anyways,
Looks like I won't get a wink of sleep tonight. In these lonely hours, I'm overthinking why did I let you into my life just to leave me alone at 3:05. Why is it at 3:05 I lose myself to a man that I thought was a decent guy who would show me love or just treat me nice. I'm broken, just hoping love don't hurt like this every time. Looks like I won't get a wink of sleep tonight. In these lonely hours, I'm overthinking. Why did I let you into my life? Just to leave me alone at 3:05. You're not worth these tears that fall. Though it might hurt, it won't be long at all till you're back knocking at my door. And I'm sleeping easy now that I moved on. Looks like I won't get a wink of sleep tonight. In these lonely hours, I'm overthinking. Why did I let you into my life? Just to leave me alone at 3:05.
It's so good. Like, man, I even had another experience. Oh my gosh, and this was after. So this was, well, so I guess that guy would have been more like 3 years ago. I lose track of time, honestly. But there was a guy after that that I was seeing for a while, and again, I made piss poor decisions. But I wasn't at first, okay, to be fair. So I was seeing this guy for like 2 months or so, but I've been cheated on so many times that I just saw signs, man. I was just like, something just feels so off because this guy would always be like, he would miss days of texting me and be like, well, I'm sorry, I was sleeping all day. I've just been really, really depressed. I've heard this excuse before from another guy, and he was cheating all the time. He was always with another chick. And I was just naive to it. I am not going to be naive again. So once I start seeing the signs, I'm a little snooper, okay? I am from a bloodline where we have um, degrees in find outology. So, so I'm a professional in find outology. And then it struck me weird that he wanted to be in a relationship, but he didn't want to put it on Facebook or anything. I really don't like that. Like, I really don't like that. So it makes me feel some type of way. So I get that it's social media, but it's just like, it just didn't add up, you know? So I went to his Facebook and I started looking at all the people on his profile picture, and I asked everybody. It didn't matter if they were female or male. And I was like, hey, how do you know this guy? Until one person eventually was like, oh yeah, he's married, chick, like this is his wife, sent me her profile. Apparently the guy I was seeing had me blocked on his original account, so I couldn't look him up, I guess, because he was going through a different account. um so I was like, what? And then so I started going through her Facebook, and I seen pictures of them together during a 4th of July. And during that 4th of July a couple years ago, I was planning to have him over. My mom had invited him over, which I'm glad I didn't do that. Again, I don't like to do these things with my family because I have nieces and nephews involved and whatnot. So um, so I backed out and I was like, hey man, I just don't feel comfortable yet. I just feel like I need to get to know you more because I don't want to introduce us, just anybody to my nieces. I care less about my mother and my sisters and whatnot, but I don't want the kids to be involved. So I canceled that, and then yeah, so within like a month later, I had seen these pictures, and I was like, "Are you serious? He was with his wife on the 4th of July. Why would you agree to come over to my house if you are married?" I was so mad, guys. I called my best friend and was like, "I'm about to go over there. I'm about to blow up a storm." So I did. I went all the way over there, and he lived like a good 40 minutes away. I did not give a rat's ass though. So I went down there, and she was a third shifter. Another thing that would strike me as weird is I was only allowed during certain hours, and he would like spend an hour or two cleaning. Like I would get there and he'd be like, "Oh, hold on, I'm just cleaning up some last minute things." Little did I know he's getting rid of all of the evidence and all of the pictures of him and his wife and all of that when I was over. And then he'd be like, "You need to leave at this time. My roommate doesn't know how I'm not allowed to have people over, blah, blah, blah." This is so weird. So that's why I went, all of the things just didn't add up. And I'm really glad I did my researching. But yeah, I was like, "Melissa!" Like I'm saying this chick's name, like, "Melissa!" um, yeah, it was, and then he was like, "You need to leave," and I was like, "No." I was so mad. I did some really bad things to that guy. I sure did. Because he sure deserved it. And then he would continue lying to me. He'd be like, "We're not together anymore, blah, blah, blah." And I wanted to believe it, so I kept seeing him. And then I would find out that he was still doing things with her and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, "This is just." So eventually I just let him go because I'm not trying to be that girl. I'm not trying to be that woman. And I do deserve more. And I am not, no. And then it was the fact that I would never be able to trust him. I would never be able to be with that guy logically because I would always have the thought in the back of my head like, "Well, you cheated on your wife with me, so what makes me believe that you won't be cheating on me?" I will not be that girl. So I ended up quitting that. And then he kept trying to come back around. He kept trying to message me. Like he went to jail for like a good 6 months or so. And I was so thankful. It's like, finally, get out of my life, blah, I'd never hear from him again. Well, then his wife actually left him. Like, she had known it was going on for a while and just like, I don't know, chose to stay, I guess. But she eventually left him, and she was like, so then he gets out of jail and he messages me. And at this point, I'm already seeing someone else. I'm seeing the guy I'm seeing currently, since October. I've been through a lot of guys. I'm so sorry. I'm like, call me Taylor Swift. But yeah, and I said, "No, I don't want you. Like, I don't want you. I don't know what made you think that you would want to come and message me after all this time. I don't want you. Like, leave me alone. Your wife doesn't even want you." Like, she moved on. She moved out of the apartment they were living in and was dating some other dude at this point. Like, I don't want you. This obviously, I don't want you. So I blocked him and whatnot, and she came messaging me like, "Hey, he's out of jail. I mean, if you want him, you can have him." And I said, "No, bitch, I do not want him." Because, like, we actually, we get along now, the chick and I. There was a moment where we were not, we were having some words. I don't know what I was doing back then, but then we ended up coming to terms. We both deserve better, and whatnot. So, yeah. Um, yeah, because we both realize it's not really any of our faults. Like, it's really not my fault that I didn't know for the first couple months, and I mean, it is my fault that I was ignorant and stupid after that, but yeah, it's not really her fault. It's his fault. It's his fault, and he deserves all everything. But anyways, sorry. I like to talk. Um, Everybody have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.